and he is with us once again in Studio B. Hey, when you're good,
Jackson?
really good, and then you get drafted, you're in studio like once every few weeks. So welcome back again.
I think this is your third time this season.
Hey, I'll
with
take
us.
it. I need the good luck karma.
Plus between the lines 4, maybe even 5. Did you play in the ping pong tournament? I'm trying to remember. I think there's 5 appearances. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Well, what was your reaction to being drafted in the 6th round?
I mean, it was a great day. I was excited just because it's something that I've always been looking forward to as I've been playing baseball. I was hoping you get that opportunity, and I mean that's all it is really, is an opportunity to keep playing. So I was pumped.
All right, Jackson. I want you to get as close as you can to the mic, and I want you to answer this question because we have to ask it. Is there any chance that BYU baseball is still in your future, or are you all in on the major leagues?
I'm probably gonna sign. Pretty good chance. I mean, I'm going to, just because with my opportunities to play professional baseball after this year is gonna be pretty limited, and I'm excited for the opportunity the Nationals are gonna give me. So.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Fantastic.
And that's really the goal. Baseball's unique that way, right? Because if you go D1, you got to be 21 or have played 3 years. You went on a mission. It's been 3 years out of high school. It's time. So the number was right then. Because let's explain how this works. They offer you a certain bonus. There's some back and forth probably. And then if that number's right, then let's go, right? So was the number right?
Yeah, the number was right. I mean,
Yes, you have a smile on your face.
Oh, yeah.
I had an idea going into it. Especially like talking with my coaches here at BYU and my parents of, what kind of opportunity makes sense to leave school. And the Nationals are going to pay for my last 2 years of school as well. So
very nice.
That also helps. And the situation, like I said, they just gave me a great opportunity, one that I can't pass up on.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Where were you when you found out the news?
My kitchen. Looking at the laptop, the family just kind of sitting around waiting for my name to pop up.
Were you here in Provo in your apartment or home in
I went home
Meridian?
last night. My family lives out in kind of like, do you know where Tooele's at?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They moved to Tooele?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep,
Very
so
nice.
I was out there yesterday.
So were you had you had conversations with the National, were you expecting 6th round or was it Nationals at some point?
I had no idea what team I was going to go to. The Nationals were definitely a team that I'd communicated with a lot more than other teams, and there's no promises made before the draft. I mean, their scouts told me they had me projected somewhere between 5 and 10 rounds, and they were hopeful they could get me, but I had no idea until I got that call. They called me in the 5th round and said, hey, we want to take you with our next pick, and I was just hoping that all the guys that they were thinking about taking before me hurried up and got off the board so they didn't have to call me back and say psych.
Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
They'll tell you one thing, oh, it changed, right? And they're probably saying that to a couple of guys, but that's great. So a year ago, you're in Georgia on your mission. You come back, and you're like, well, I just, let's see what happens with BYU baseball. You didn't even start as the starting shortstop, right? What's the last year been like for you?
Man, it's been hectic. I mean, on the mission, I was just kind of worried about getting my arm back into shape and hoping things would work out the way I wanted them to. I actually planned to go play in a summer league, a college summer league when I got home, but just talking with my coaches and where I was at physically, we felt like it'd be better to just kind of ease into it. And so I just focused on working out and getting my body back in shape. And all through the fall, it was up and down. I don't even think I played good in the fall. And even after Christmas break, as we scrimmaged down in St. George, I think in 3 weekends I got like 1 hit. So it was a long road back to it. But man, it's been exciting, and it was a great season for us. Didn't end the way we wanted to, but it was fun.
So when you say the Nationals are going to pay for your last 2 years of school, how does that work? What does a BYU guy go through when you're trying to finish your degree and you're still trying to make it in the bigs?
That's a good question. I'm going to have to talk to a lot of the people down at the academic center at BYU to see how I can figure out how to make it work, because my plan major was to do the finance program, and that's in the Marriott Business School. I don't know if they'll be able to work with me to do online classes, because it's a very respected program.
Intense, for sure.
Yeah, it's intense. So I don't know if they'll let me kind of do it off and on, or if I have to be full through, but that's something I got to work out.
What's the next step for you? Where are you headed first?
Yeah, so I'm expecting a call at some point today. They kind of just let me lay low yesterday, and they'll give me some more details today. But I'm planning to head to West Palm Beach in Florida.
That sounds rough, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's down at their spring training facility and finalize my contract and stuff, and then find out where they're going to ship me for the summer.
Maybe some short season. I guess I'm looking up Auburn double days in the New York Penn League, perhaps, or something.
Sounds baseball-y. Double days.
So I have.
Haven't been out there. Haven't been to New York or Florida, so I'm in for a treat.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, you were almost there in Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
close.
randomly, my parents moved to Vieira, Florida, when I had just graduated from BYU, and that is the spring training home of the Washington Nationals. Their complex is there, and so.
So you know places to eat? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
so I'm saying like I do
I just
have
got a
some
place to
connections
eat right
down
there.
Okay,
I'm gonna go knock on their door, ask for a meal.
they're back in Utah now, but they can line you up with plenty of families in Florida. Just knowing that's where you're going to be for spring training and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
I'll need it.
Random side tangent.
The
but-
newest Sunday school teacher in the ward's coming.
Yeah. Watch out, Jackson. Where did the Nationals rank in your list of favorite Major League Baseball teams?
As far as like teams go that I was cheering for,
Yeah.
you know, I like the National League, and I would say from the East Coast teams, they're one of my favorite teams. But I've always kind of followed the West Coast teams more and cheered for them when I was growing up. But you know, it was cool to watch Harper, and they got a cool fan base, so I thought that was cool watching them. But I wouldn't say I was too attached to them.
Are you a shortstop? Like that's what they want you to be in with their team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think something that they were drawn to for me as a player is my versatility, my ability to play in the infield, and even if I needed to, play in the outfield. But I'm pretty confident I'll stay in the infield with them at least for a while and get some opportunities at shortstop.
What was that process like for you? Because you came up with a mission. I'm sure you thought, hey, I think I could be the starting shortstop. Yet you were patient, and yet you were a good teammate by all accounts from Mike Littlewood of coaching Carson Matthews initially. And, hey, I'll play third, I'll play second. So why were you so patient with that process? And luckily it ended up working out for you.
Well, I think just coming off the mission, like one of the biggest adjustments is just getting back to the speed of the game. And I think there were probably times in the fall and in the spring where I showed that I had the ability to play shortstop. I might have not done it as consistently as I needed to play there every day at that time. But a big thing with me was, like I talked about, versatility. At the beginning of the year, I think it worked out best with I could play second, then move over to third. And I think it gave our lineup and our defense a lot more options to get different guys in the field. But I think as I got a little bit more comfortable with the speed of the game again, it worked out best with me at short. So it's just a transition stage with it.
Sure. All right, last question for you. What do you think the future of BYU baseball holds next year and beyond?
And I'm excited. I've been talking to a lot of the guys the past couple of days, and I think they're going to be young next year, but they have a lot of good talent coming in, and they also got a lot of good leaders coming back, even that are younger guys. And that was kind of the mantra of our team this year is I don't think we were the most talented team put together. I mean, a lot of us, it was either our first year back or a lot of guys' first year stepping up in a starting position. But we hung in there with anyone that we needed to play. And so I think that's just going to carry on. I think that's going to be the story of BYU baseball is just if they can continue to play unselfishly and just work hard, I think good things are going to happen for them.
Well, we're stoked for you. 6th round is legit. That's a nice little amount to put in your piggy bank there and start your life, right? Yeah. And good luck in Florida. We'll be paying attention.
Hey,
now you're going to make the Cougar whip around in the minors. So we're excited.
Let's go.
Okay, thanks,
Hey, West
Jackson.
Palm Beach, Vieira, Jackson Cluff is coming to town.
He's coming.
I'm going to have to borrow your blue shades.
Yeah. all the single ladies, look out.